Hi guys, it's Kayla back again today with another process video for you using the July kits, which was Elena, and Claire, and possibly maybe some of Rio as well. I'm recording this voiceover a couple weeks after the layouts. Once again, as per usual, I have no idea. So what I did was I had a couple of photos I wanted to use of my sister and our little lunch date out to the Raspberry Farm Cafe, and so I did a grid style layout. So I chopped the photos down, and I'm pretty sure they're either 4x4 or 3x3, I can't remember. So I picked a couple of the patterns, which in this case I went with the floral and that really pretty, like very raspberry-ish, I don't know what you call that colour, tone, and I'm just layering up a little bit with some vellum and just working with some of the other patterns I had left over. So this is the third layout I've made from the kit, and I've done 2 Product Life spreads. So all in all, I think I've done pretty well with the kit so far. I did find this month harder to work with. I struggled to use, I don't know, I don't think Heidi Swap is, I mean, as far as her embellishments and stuff go, I've had no problems, but her paper lines I haven't really worked with much before. But I'm happy with the end result. So I sewed around the edges of the squares using the cotton I already had in my sewing machine, which happened to be turquoise, and that didn't bother me because there was going to be some blue added anyway. I mean, I was just being super lazy. If you saw my previous process video, you'll see I also used turquoise thread, and I probably should have just switched it over to white, but to be honest, I can't find my spare bobbins, and it would mean I'd have to like unwind it all and reload it all with white, and I was just being really lazy. So that's generally why I keep my sewing machine loaded with white all the time, because it's just easier. I don't use coloured cotton that often. So at the moment I'm trying to decide what to do with my layout. I had no idea really what I was doing. I was kind of winging this layout. So this card is from the Rio kit, and I think it's from the Journey line. And I just thought the black and white looked really good with these like these papers, and I just stapled that on. So I've added sort of different textures, so like your vellum and sewing and stapling, it's a bit of everything. Now I'm adding some of the Heidi Shine Adele mist, and I probably should have, I'm not sure if I had these stuck down when I did this, because I probably should have stuck them down, but I think I realised at this point that yeah, I better stick them down, because when you start misting, things are wet and you shouldn't really move them. So silly Kayla, just, I don't know, I think this was the second, I created this one straight after another layout I did, and I was in one of those, okay, I need to get process videos done, but I wasn't really, I don't know, I wasn't in the zone. So I wasn't really thinking, I was just sticking. But sometimes it's fun to play like that with scrapbooking, I don't know. There's no real like rhyme or reason behind the way I scrapbook or why I scrapbook the way I do, so it can be fun sometimes just to sit back and experiment. So I've just laid some of that lace behind that photo, and I added some more adhesive because I think I realised it wasn't, the staples on one side weren't going to be enough, so I just added some extra stickiness there. Now I have these Craft Market tiny word stickers out. These didn't come in the kit, but they were in a kit, I think, so I had heaps left over, and I actually, to be honest, got quite a few sheets of them. Looking at them right now, I can count at least 4, and I haven't even looked. So yeah, very naughty. These are the puffy stickers from Heidi Swap, and I think I popped a couple on there just because they match so perfectly, and the little floral dots that come there. And then I'm using some of these enamels from Chickenity Crafts. These were, I found the butterflies challenging. I've never really done the whole enamel shapes. I've only done enamel dots, but I'm not against butterflies, I just don't use them very often. I use the Martha Stewart Butterfly Punch, but yeah, I don't use actual butterflies too often. But anyway, they were fun. And I titled it The Sweet Life because we had these awesome, there's like a place in Tassie, and if you are not from Tassie or you are planning on visiting Tassie, definitely go there. It's called the Christmas Hills Raspberry Farm, and it's in Elizabethtown, which is like on the northwest coast. And they obviously are a raspberry farm, but they do have a cafe, and it's super cool. Like, they've got raspberry hot chocolates and chocolate coated raspberries and raspberry everything. It's really, really fun. Super cool. We don't go there very much because it's about probably a 40-minute drive, but it's really super yummy and always packed full of people and lots of tourists. So it's a fun little stop, and we quite often, it's actually on the way to drive into the city, so sometimes it's a bit of a like halfway stop. So I'm just adding some embellishments, and those particular ones you saw me add were from the Rio kit, and they were the puffy stickers, and I'm adding some sequins as well, just that bit of sparkle and shine. And then I had these brads, and I found that these stayed in the kit for a long time, and I didn't really grab them out when I was making stuff because I'm lazy. I mean, we've got enamel dots now, and I think brads used to be the enamel dots of the past, maybe, because they added that bit of dimension, but now you've actually got to get your like pokey tool out, your scissors, and you got to stick them in, and there's the prongs, so like they tend to be harder than sticking an enamel dot where you want some dimension. I mean, they're good for adhering, like another way of adhering something, you can use a brad. But yeah, I was just being lazy. And I'm not even sure what I'm doing right now off camera because I have that brad just sitting there and I must be doing something. I don't know. I'm really being really super informative on this video. Not. But yeah, anyway. These are the little chipboard buttons that come from the Teresa Collins Wonderlust range. I think I was poking through because they had like no holes through them, so I just poked them through, and I was going to stitch them, but I was being lazy, so I stapled them, and I even stapled my sequins because yes, that's how lazy I was being. And yeah, I just was in a lazy scrapbooking mood. And I like totally, this is the point where I smudged my mist. So yeah, I think I stuck a random heart there. But hey, whatever. We'll just go with it. I think I ended up working in some other things just to make it look like it was on purpose. Because that's what us scrapbookers do. We fix our mistakes with more things, and tiny word stickers and enamel dots are great for that, so it's always a good thing. I added a label sticker from Teresa Collins, and that just gave me a little spot to do some journaling. I didn't need to write heaps because I only wanted to like write where we were. So this is my little pokey tool, and I'm adding that brad in that was sitting there for so long. But yeah, you see what I mean? Like, enamel dots are so much easier, but yeah, I did use it. And now I think I have the Atlas Puffy sticker. Oh no, this is one of the Heidi Swap ones again. I'm not sure if I kept that there or not. Maybe I did. So I'm just adding some more little bits and pieces. That the heart is from the Citrus Bliss range by Pink Paisley, and they are the Sweet Life title words came from. So I thought it ties in really well, and that's I taught a class at a local college the other day, and that's one of the biggest tips I have for them, was that when I'm working and designing with pages and whatever, I tend to repeat designs. So because I've used that particular element down the bottom, I will repeat that at the top, because that's just I suppose it's easier on the eye, it's good composition. to repeat an element. I also sometimes work in like a triangular fashion with the way I do my embellishments. It's just easier on the eye, and it's just the way I've learned to embellish my pages, I suppose. It's weird. I suppose everyone has their own style and their own formula for scrapbooking. I mean, it was interesting when I taught this class. I didn't so much tell them what to do as much as just let them be creative, because I really thought it would be a fun session just to be like no inhibitions, just create whatever you want, and it was fun. They were actually the same age as I was when I first started scrapbooking, so it really took me back. But anyway, I think I'm just outlining the edges of my little boxes of pattern paper, and then I'm pretty much done. So I really hope you enjoyed this little process video using this kit, and I'll have some more to share with you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!